All Access Indy Madness, presented by Wilson Kehoe and Winningham.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you. The NCAA tournament is underway, and Purdue and IU are ready to make some noise in the big dance. We have crews on the road tonight covering both teams. We're going to start first with the number one seed Purdue Boilermakers. They're in Columbus, and that's where we find our Angela Morian, who has more on that. Hey, Angela.
Hey, AC, this is Purdue's 8th straight NCAA tournament appearance. Of the last 7, the Boilers have had at least a top 5 seed, never a number 1 seed, though. This is the first time that's happened since 1996. The Boilers made it into Nationwide Arena here in Columbus today, and it was all serious faces. This is a business trip for this Purdue team. There's no excitement for being the number 1 seed. They have their sights set on Fairleigh Dickinson Friday night, and they're not overlooking the 16th seeded Knights. This is Matt Painter's 15th NCAA tournament appearance as a head coach. He's used to this, but he's not letting all of the national spotlight dull any or distract from any of the work that needs to be done.
You got to take a step back and, just appreciate, what our guys have done for our program and what they've sacrificed and how cool it is just to coach in an NCAA tournament game and, and to be in this position. But just like anything, you got to go out and compete and you got to have a good fight to you. So that's really what your focus is, trying to get your players on an edge. You got to work harder than the other team, but you also got to work smarter.
Painter's 15 NCAA tournaments, 8th most among active coaches, and Painter's the youngest of that group. He's never made it to a Final Four, though, and Purdue has made it clear they want to make that happen this year. We'll have you covered from Columbus all weekend long, and not just here in Ohio, but in New York as well. That's where Andrew Chernoff is with IU. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Angela. Yes, tomorrow night is going to be fun for both Purdue and IU fans. The Hoosiers have the late game here in Albany tomorrow night, 9:55 against 13th seeded Kent State. The Hoosiers are hoping to make the round of 32 for the first time since 2016. They're hoping to change that this year and get back there once again. The Hoosiers hit the floor for an open practice this afternoon here inside MVP Arena. Let's take a look at that. A lot of support for the Hoosiers out inside this arena today. Now, of course, IU is favored as the 4 seed tomorrow night against Kent State, but we've seen this tournament already. Upsets all over the place with Furman beating Virginia, Princeton beating Arizona. That's why IU is taking a basic approach when it comes to game prep. Head coach Mike Woodson's message: do not overthink things. Just improve on the things that got you here.
I put on the board every game, simple plays win basketball games. And they do. You can't overcomplicate things. You can't change who you are. We've won a lot of games with our defense this year. And when we've added some good offense with our defense, we've really, really been good.
Game prep for tournaments like this, is it similar to the Big Ten tournament?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we recently just got to play in the Big Ten tournament, so the prep obviously was really intense. And, when it comes to games like this, you really have to be sharp mentally and making sure you don't have no mistakes because, a missed rebound or a turnover can really cost you the game. So just the mental approach has definitely been really intense and really high.
The Hoosiers have massive potential in this tournament. If you've seen them play, they can beat just about anyone, but there are lapses at times. Head coach Mike Woodson has said this team just needs to put 40 solid minutes together, and in theory, it can advance. In fact, we were talking to an IU fan earlier today inside this arena who was watching the team practice, and he said the same thing. He thinks IU is going to make a run if the Hoosiers can play consistent basketball for 40 minutes. AC, it's going to be fun, and it all starts here tomorrow night, 9:55 in Albany when the Hoosiers take on Kent State.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Angela. Our crews did a tremendous job on the road. More coverage coming up tonight at 10 and 11. Late